Thirsty Thursday. I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty. And every day, we're the only show on television that brings you a Democrat and a Republican. I throw out the questions. Sit back and have some question tequila and let them duke it out. At the end, no matter what, we shake hands with our friends and all voices are heard. That's what we're doing here. Unfortunately, today we have to listen to Richard Roth's voice. He's a frequent contributor to Liquid Lunch. He's a Trump hater, but he is very reasoned and thoughtful and one of the finest attorneys you'll ever find. So, Richard, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I don't know if there's a but there. I think he's a Trump hater, and therefore he is a reasonable person.
Okay, all right. There was no reason involved when you chose that tie this morning, I can tell you that. But, my well-dressed friend here on the right is John Burnett. He is a frequent contributor also. He's the managing director of One Empire Group. He's a Republican strategist who ran for New York City comptroller. He's usually opposed, Richard, by David Eisenbach, who's a professor at Columbia, a presidential historian. So you have big shoes to fill today, taking David's place. But okay, number one, the candidates were announced for the next debate. Many were eliminated. Many are dropping out. Here's what our poor junior senator from New York had to say to America.
Hey, everyone. I wanted you to hear it from me first. That after more than 8 incredible months, I'm ending my presidential campaign. I know this isn't the result we wanted. We wanted to win this race. But it's important to know when it's not your time.
So, guys, John, one by one, they're dropping like flies. It looks like Joe Biden continues to limp to the finish line. But what do you expect to see out of the 10 now? They'll all be on one stage.
It's a matter now who's going to drop out next. Castro will likely drop out soon.
I'd like to see de Blasio out.
For some reason, he likes to linger and stay around. That's how he actually became mayor, right? When, what's his name? Wiener, right?
Yeah.
When he fell from grace, that opened the door for Bill de Blasio. But I don't think this is going to happen at the presidential level. Why? Because you have Bernie Sanders, right? He slipped a little bit, but he's holding steady. You have Elizabeth Warren. She's actually picking up steam. And for some reason, Pete Buttigieg and Kamala Harris still is hanging around that 8 to 10%. So I think we'll actually still have approximately 6 to 8 people going into January.
Richard, it's your party. Okay, they talked about being this big inclusive party. We voted in the first Muslims, the first women Muslim. All they're so inclusive. Your 3 top candidates, 70-year-old or plus white folk.
You're right. I mean, I hate to say it, but you're right.
I'm right. I don't usually ring the bell when I'm right because I'm not usually right, but he said it.
But I think the point is that there will be 6 or 7 that are left, and it's all about money, money, money. Who can raise enough money? I mean, Gillibrand had 0 chance because she didn't raise
and polling money.
And what?
And polling numbers.
And polling.
Who have you given money to?
I mean, Mayor de Blasio, God bless, but he's left to Bernie Sanders.
What candidates?
Go ahead.
What candidates has the Roth firm given donations to? This is public. I can look it up.
Well, here's the deal. The candidate the Roth firm is most supporting right now, and it's hesitantly supporting, and you said it because he's limping to the finish line, is Joe Biden. Joe Biden's really the only, he's young with national recognition, maybe Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren are getting there. B, he's the one with the most money. C, he's the one with the most history, but the problem is D, he's old. And so it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be hard. The Democrats in their 4 years could not find a candidate who is young.
This is like.
It's frustrating.
So what do you?
It's sad. It's sad.
This
is a stayed-in-the-wool Democrat. They can't even give a ringing endorsement for the leading candidate.
Very frustrating. I'm not saying that they're not better. I'm just saying I don't think they are electable over your friend. Your pen owner, Donald Trump.
But that's what he's saying, that Biden is electable, likable, but you know what? His gaffes.
Yeah, he's like crazy Uncle Joe.
And he can't remember where he is.
You know,
at the
you're
time.
at the barbecue, you're like, oh, tell crazy Uncle Joe to tell that story again. All new details start coming in like, well, I love it here in Vermont. I was here just 7 years ago in Vermont.
But you know what the thing is that people have great concern when the stage begins to narrow down and it's only one stage with 10 people and possibly 6 to 7, as we agree, over the next couple of months.
Yep.
He's going to have to step it up.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. It's funny because it's not a liberal conservative debate. It's a Trump anti-Trump debate.
That's right.
That is, his whole campaign will be, we cannot have 4 more years
And
of this crazy
that's
guy.
poor. If you ask me, that's poor.
It's poor. He will have a run for his money. I don't know if he can win.
Let me throw this out
there.
there.
There are a lot of people that don't like Donald Trump.
If you watch The Loudest Voice, the show about Roger Ailes and how Fox News was founded, you know that Fox was a big part of getting a movement behind Trump. And now it seems like that there may be a fissure there because Trump is unloading on Fox. And I know very often you're a traitor, you leave here and you go on Fox. Why are they going against Trump now, and why is he questioning him?
I don't know if I blame Fox. I think I blame Trump. You're right. That Roger Ailes, and that was a very good show.
Right again. He said I'm right.
The show, The Loudest Voice, is a very good show.
Excellent.
What Roger Ailes did was he went against Fox and supported one candidate. Rupert Murdoch said to Roger Ailes, "Do not support one candidate. You have to be across the board." He said, "F that. I'm supporting one candidate." And so now what's happened is Trump, in his typical Trumpism, is mad at the world. If you don't say what he wants to hear, he dislikes you. And that can hurt him because Fox is a big supporter of his. And if he starts disenfranchising Fox viewers, it could take a
Well, what if we get some of them here? I mean, Johnny, you're a contributor to Newsmax. We have fertile ground here. Why doesn't the president point some of those people at Newsmax?
Well, I think it's a huge opportunity for Newsmax, not only to have different hosts and guests on their various shows to highlight President Trump's policies, his ideas, and the fact that he's better to keep America on the right path.
Yeah.
I know that hurts.
His inadequacy. I didn't hear the word inadequacies, deficiencies.
But the key is when you look at Fox, they're great people. But when you look at the nighttime shows, it's more opinion.
That's where the opinion
during
is
the
at.
day,
That's where the
there
opinion.
are more journalists. So that you're going to have that more fair and balanced attempt during the day, and I think that's going to possibly drive the president a little crazy over the next 6 to 8 months.
I don't know when you last watched Fox and Friends, which is a morning show. It is very much opinion. You have 3 people sitting around who are saying opinion, 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 opinion. So that's why people like it. So it'll be interesting. I'm hoping that that Trump maddens Fox. And a lot of those Fox supporters say, you know what? Let's vote for some other candidate.
Right. Well, listen. Obviously, Fox is moving to the left because they're having you on all the time, and you're a big lefty.
It's not that they're moving left. Fox is consistent. Fox is the conservative, fair and balanced policy. Trump is Trump. It's all about Trump. If they say something which he does not like, he will jump at them.
He's got to keep Fox in his corner, Johnny. Final word.
But here's the thing. This is actually good. Why? Because more people will start watching other programs, but also they'll continue to watch Fox as well. Why? Because they want to see that battle. They want to see the fight. Right? That's what energized them in 2016. So technically, this is a good strategy that the president is putting out to fight back.
It's a strategy.
Every time he fights,
I say
people come. You know what I call it? The Muhammad Ali effect. People like to see a fight.
All right.
Win or lose, they like to see a fight.
I think after Liquid Lunch, there may be a fight between these two. But I'm going to keep fighting for you to stay tuned to this program. I want to thank Richard Roth and John Burnett for joining us. Eisenbach, better watch out because Richard filled his shoes well. You stay right there. We'll be back in 2 minutes.